I am Joe Stone, and this is the Church of Joe Stone podcast. Welcome. This is a campaign. This is our campaign. Yeah. Welcome to the Church of Joe Stone podcast. Come on in and sit down and kick your seat back. We got a lot to talk about, and you know I spaz. See, this the people showing, yeah, I'm gonna get a bag. But we gon' kick the truth first and make these niggas mad. Politics, news, trending topics, yeah, I do all that. Better than everybody that do all that. Wait, this a diss record or a podcast?
Welcome to the Church of Joe Stone podcast.
Come on in and sit down and kick your seat back. We got a lot to talk about, and you know I spaz. See, this the people showing, yeah, I'm gon' get a bag. But we gon' kick the truth first and make these niggas mad. Politics, news, trending topics, yeah, I do all that. Better than everybody that do all that.
Welcome to the Church of Joe Stone podcast.
Hey, yeah. I am Joe Stone, and this is the Church of Joe Stone podcast. Welcome, and thank you for showing up. We got a great show for you tonight. We're going to be reacting to a couple of clips that are crazy. Like this one guy went off on his wife on the middle of his podcast. He used the podcast to bring up some very intimate details that I think is going to be hilarious for us to react to, me and Shan. And what else? We got some Reddit stories, and I think that we're also going to start the show by talking about the most popping thing in the news today, at least that I've seen. I mean, it's not a lot that went on besides TikTok going down, but most popping thing I've seen in the news, which is the guy who got called out for his racist rant, and then a few hundred protesters showed up at his house. But anyway, Shan, how you doing? How was your weekend? What's going on with you? Oh wait, let me add Shan. Look, I'm talking to her like I added her to the damn podcast. My bad. 1 second. That's my fault. That's just all me doing a very bad job. That ain't got nothing to do with it. That's just all me doing horribly. What's up? How you doing?
It's fine.
So you had a good weekend, everything
I'm
cool?
doing good. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm pretty good, man. I actually am excited. I have not been excited about the podcast in a very long time, and I was excited to get back. You know what I'm saying? We getting some downloads. Boys is going to check it out. So I'm excited about the podcast, to be honest with you. You know, we're doing great. You know, and the last show was really smooth. I think this is going to be smooth. You know, everything's been working out, so I can't complain. What about you? How was your long, extended weekend? Did you get 3 days off or you only got 2 off?
I got 3 days off, and it was long, and I had a cookout, and we lit fireworks. It was nice. You know, Juneteenth is ours. So I really did. I wasn't impressed.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's get to the first story we got. So look, I want to show this video real quick. So for the people that don't know, if you listen to the podcast, man, you should go to YouTube and check out the video podcast when you get a chance. But check this out. So we have. Let me remove this because I don't know how to do none of that shit. Let me see. Boom. That's not right. Okay. And now I should have figured this shit out before. It's been a minute, y'all. I've been fucking up. Matter of fact, we might not end up doing that shit because I can't remember how to do it. All right, let me see if I can figure it out because I have not done this in a while. And I had it set up, but now it's not. So let me see. There we go. Okay, cool. Worked out. All right, so this is, matter of fact, because I want to say his whole name. We got to make sure that we name these people when it happens so people know who they are. So maybe if, he's going to get a job somewhere, this is something that, his next employer will want to know. You know what I'm saying? So let's make sure we use his name. Edward Cagney Matthews was removed from his home in handcuffs by Mount Laurel police following racist rant. Now, this is the rant. I want you guys to hear it, and I want to get your opinions in the comments. But also, we're going to be talking about it here. So
3602 Gramercy Way, that's where I live. Come on. You can't do shit. That's me talking. 3602 Gramercy Way, that's where I live. Come and see me.
2 hours later.
Hey, that's them leading about to the house. They throwing food on them with 200 people in front of his yard. Like that. Hey, so that's dope. So look, I'm 100% with, and I'm 100% okay with racists being called out, exposed, and this kind of behavior. First of all, the protest was peaceful. Nobody got hurt. Nobody burned anything down. They probably threw some shit on his yard. We got some stuff thrown at him, but nobody got hurt. And at the end of the day, I think this energy is important because from now on, it is understood that if you get caught on that racist bullshit, we pulling up. Everybody pulling up. Every single time. I don't give a fuck how small it is. I don't give a fuck how passive aggressive it is. I don't give a fuck that you thought that you was gonna get away with it and you just thought that you was gonna go back to your regular life because you've been doing this racist shit your whole goddamn life. No, fam. From now on, nigga, the streets is on your ass. I can get behind this type of positive cohesiveness. I don't know about you, Shane. What you think?
I was so excited when did you see the guy slam dunk the bottle on top of his head?
Oh,
like he literally jumped in the air and like slammed the bottle on top of his head.
Now, this the thing.
I'm sorry. I'm so excited about it.
Facts. Hey, this the thing though. I am pretty sure that the whole handcuffs thing was for the cops to get him out of there safely. I don't think he actually got arrested because I don't think you can get arrested for using slurs. Like, I mean, I don't think that's a hate crime. You know, I don't think so. So I'm pretty sure that arrest thing was just them doing that to disperse the crowd because I don't think that they were going to go away. I don't think that shit was going to stop for a few days. And the only way to kind of end it was to get him out of there. So I wouldn't be surprised that if he didn't go to jail for nothing and they took him around the corner and he'll be back in a couple of days. But I do think that we need this type of energy every time so this type of behavior is discouraged. And it's made absolutely clear that you won't get away with it.
That's it.
Hey, I would have, man. All right, so let's get to the first story because I got some crazy. Matter of fact, no. Before I even get to that, and I wish you guys on Instagram go watch this on YouTube. Links in the bio because y'all about to miss this whole thing, okay? And if you on Facebook, make sure you go to YouTube too. Everybody, youtube.com/I'mJoeStone. You can watch the whole thing live, right? You can see what we're talking about because you're gonna miss part of this. If you're not watching it on, well, if you're watching on Facebook, you can see it on the podcast to get it. But anyway. Instagram, you missing out. But anyway, I really wanted to show this because I'm so glad you're here because I need a female perspective on this. And I can't wait to show it. So let me see. It's a Facebook video. One day we gonna get smooth and I'm just gonna have this shit loaded up, but I be half-assing it and I'm not gonna play with you niggas. Let's see. So this is the video I want to show you guys. Check this out. And it's kind of crazy. So in this video, you have a husband and wife who have a podcast. Now, the weird thing is that I don't know the name of this podcast. I don't know who it is. I'm not trying to not give them their shine. I just don't know. They don't have any branding on this. And I found this on somebody else's page. But this is a man talking to his wife in the middle of a podcast. And I feel like he's using the podcast to discuss their relationship in front of everybody and to finally get her to be honest about some of the things that they went through or are going through. So check this out.
Not allowed based on our marriage laws and the contract we've signed with each other to have sex with anybody else. Right. So these urges that come, I have to share them with the one person I decide to spend the rest of my life with. Right. So that brings me back to my soundbite. Okay. Right. I don't understand, and this is what we can discuss as a woman, because I don't want to say it's a man versus woman thing, but a lot of women do complain, oh, my husband's always on me. Why is he always on me? If sex is going to be a chore for you that you don't really want to do, why do women constantly push monogamy on men? If you know that you don't want to have to deal with him all the time just wanting you, why do you push monogamy on men?
Well, who's to say I pushed anything on anybody?
Well, we know that you pushed monogamy on me.
I pushed monogamy. I forced you to get married to me?
Time out. I didn't say you forced me to get married, but did you not say?
Wait. Shan. Now, you a female. I want to point something out real quick. He said nothing about her forcing him to get married to her. He said, you forced monogamy or you pushed monogamy on me, right? And the first thing she says is, I didn't force you to marry me. That's not what the fuck he said. See how women like to do fucking judo? You know what I'm saying? She tried to redirect that shit. All right, pay attention because he going somewhere.
To me that you wanted to be engaged and you wanted to be married before you lived with me? You didn't say that?
I want $1 billion. That don't mean I'm going to get it. I can want something, asking, but not...
You right now, you're dodging the question.
Nobody pressed you to do it. Yes, is that something I wanted? Yes, it was. But
you didn't press me. Are you gonna lie now to the people because we talking about sex? You're gonna lie now to the people?
Hey, I don't think they gonna be together. He got serious. Hey, oh no. We talking about this shit.
DeVal, Knowing.
Kaneen, you didn't want monogamy?
Of course I did.
So then why are you avoiding the question?
That's not avoiding the question. I'm saying, does that mean because I want it and I requested that you were going to deliver it? Like, nobody pressed you for that.
Time out. You just said you wanted it and requested it. Do you not hear yourself?
I can make a request. Is the request going to be granted?
Am I not granting you monogamy?
You are granting it to me.
So this is my question.
Look
this
at
is my
you
question.
Always. Look at your boy. Look at your boy.
This is my question. If you wanted monogamy,
okay,
why would you want monogamy if sex is a chore for you? That's the question. You're avoiding the question.
I'm not avoiding the question, but at first you said women or in general me specifically are pushing monogamy on somebody. Okay, yes, that's something that I wanted, but I didn't press you for it and be like, DeVal, I'm gonna hold a gun to your head to propose to me.
Time out.
Also, let me finish. Also, I don't feel like I was adequately prepared for marriage. And I've said that before, because if I knew that marriage and monogamy was going to involve me trying to meet you where you were at sexually for years to come, then I probably would have reevaluated it if I wanted to be monogamous.
Wait. So this is what I want to talk about, Shan. And I'm going to play the rest of the video in a second, because I don't want to just play this whole thing. And I got your text. You are lagging a bit, but I think we straight. But we'll see in a second. She's talking. So the man is saying, look, I don't understand why you requested or why you pressured me into monogamy when you did not want to actually have a monogamous sexual relationship with me. So you are saying, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you for the rest of my life. I only want you to have sex with me. But you don't want to have sex as much as I want to have sex, and you don't have the libido to keep up with me. So now I feel incomplete. And a lot of times men feel like less of a man or like they're some type of monsters for wanting their women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to be attracted to you. I'm supposed to want you. I'm supposed to find you. You know, I'm supposed to treat you like this sexual goddess. I'm supposed to bring all of my I don't know, all of my intention, all of my wants, all of my needs, all of this shit to your feet, because this is what you requested, right? I could have multiple women fulfill these, but you requested this energy, but you were never prepared for this energy. And I appreciate her honesty, because she was saying, look, at that age, I just wanted to check off the box. I just wanted to get married, you know what I'm saying? And the truth is, most women are very selfish in this regard, because all she thought about was how he could be a husband to her and complete her checklist instead of what she could provide to the relationship. It never crossed her mind for 2 seconds. Oh shit, I'm going to have to be this sexual being for my husband, and because I'm asking him to give me this energy and I'm not prepared for it. But you didn't think about that, not only because you're not trained to think about that. People don't talk about that. Men's needs and wants in relationships aren't what people talk about. That's not the discussion that women have when they talk about men. They don't talk about the best way to be the best wife to their man. That's not the discussion. The discussion usually is that you're a shitty man and how to get you to be a better man, or how I can get him to the level I need him to be at, not I'm doing something wrong. What can I fix? How can I be better? And how I am going to be a wife. It's only about you being a husband. I don't know. What you think, Shane? I know I went on for a minute. What you think so far?
I'm on both sides.
Okay.
I'm on both sides. He should have, they should have sat down before they got into a relationship or what may have you, and talked about the things that they are expecting when they do decide to get married. I think this is a conversation that is not had in most relationships. Like, people want to get married, they want to spend the rest of their life, they want to sign papers, but it's like, okay, as a team, collectively, what do you want from me during this marriage? What are your needs and wants? And I'm going to tell you what I want and what I need and what I like and what I don't like. I feel like we don't have this conversation enough. You know what I'm saying? If he knew that he wanted a sexual relationship, like a frequent sexual relationship with his wife or what may have you, it should have been discussed. I agree with her also when she says nobody made you. He could have said, you're not keeping up with me. I feel like we shouldn't even move further right now until we can get on the same page when it comes to my needs. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to address it right now. I want you to know. I want to discuss it with you, what I need, what I like, what I want out of a marriage and out of a relationship as far as my partner. And that should have been discussed. So I'm on both sides. I feel like women do pressure or make their significant others sometimes feel like they have to. I just had this conversation, but it's not like we're trying to make people, and this is why I asked this question, like, what do you feel? What do you want? It has to be both. It has to be mutual.
Yes.
It cannot be one-sided. Don't go off of what I want. Tell me what you want, and we can meet in the middle. I can tell you what I'm willing to do. I can tell you what I'm going to do for you. We can meet in the middle. If you know what I'm saying, if the conversation comes up. So it's like, that needs to be a conversation where they should have met in the middle. He should have told her what he wanted in a wife and in a partner, what he requires. If he wanted a lot of sex, if his libido is,
but I think he did. Okay, well, let me stop you.
Thing that he.
No, I agree with you. I want to stop you because I want to finish playing the video because a lot of what you're saying they about to address. So I want to see what your opinion is after they continue the conversation because I think it's only like 3 more minutes. So let's get through the rest of it and then I want to come back because I see where you're going and they about to talk about a lot of that. So check this out.
Wait.
So that's fair, but we're not even talking about marriage. Let's even talk about dating, right?
Okay.
2 people are dating. Typically in society, who asks for exclusivity first, a woman or a man?
I would say a woman.
Thank you. That was my whole point. See, you were going all over the place. If women typically ask for exclusivity first, then when they get exclusivity, say, he always on me, he always want to have sex. Why are we asking men for exclusivity if we do not want to participate in sex at the same level as men? We have to think about what that does to a man, and I don't think that conversation is being had.
Okay, I agree. And that part I agree with, yes. That women are typically the ones that will ask for the exclusivity. I get that, yes. But what I'm saying is, me as a woman, I don't think that I was necessarily prepared or in the mindset to know that. It's almost like once you get into it, then you're like, oh shoot, like this is what I'm going to have to keep up with.
I get that.
Us speaking as 36-year-old people know that now. Had I known that at 26,
I get that.
I would have to contend with that. Even in the dating realm, then it might have been something I would have reevaluated.
So now let's go back to what you asked me. You said to me you never pressured me to get married. In 2007, we were living together, right? You said you no longer wanted to live with me and shack up with me.
Now, I'm going to get back to the video, but this is when it started getting personal. This nigga, he got some shit to unpack. This ain't even about us. This is about them.
Because you wanted to be my wife, not my girlfriend.
Right, because I wanted to know where
the relationship was going. That don't sound like pressure to you?
It sounds like me voicing where I see my life going. It sounds like me saying, this is what I would like. You can decide to meet me there. If not, we can reevaluate what exactly we're doing.
Okay. Additionally,
would I call it pressure per se? Not necessarily pressure.
It is pressure, but you don't want to say it's pressure. What about being engaged?
You might have felt pressure.
What about being engaged?
Pressure behind it.
I said we don't got to rush to get married. You said I don't want to be engaged longer than a year. Is that not pressure?
That's me voicing my opinion.
Okay, I gotta cut in. And this is the thing that bothers me. A lot of women have this issue, right? You have this timeline set in your head with arbitrary goals. And look, and I'm not blaming women as a whole, but I'm saying the problem comes from the society's idea or the picture that society paints for women to buy into. You know what I'm saying? So it may not be every woman's fault, but society pushes this agenda or this idea and then women buy into it. Men, not so much. We're kind of in the middle. Like it could go either way for us, but women, y'all buy into this. Y'all look down on a woman if she's been engaged for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just haven't gotten to the point where they want to get married. You know what I'm saying? You look down on a woman if she been dating a guy for 5 years and they haven't even gotten engaged. You know what I'm saying? Because there's arbitrary time limits, and if he doesn't do A, B, and C, then he's wasting your time. And I get it. There are a lot of guys out here wasting women's time and have no intentions on ever making you anything other than a baby mama. I get that. So I'm not saying you shouldn't have standards, but what I am saying is while you are creating these standards, make sure you set some for yourself. That's my problem. You have all these standards that you wanted this man to meet and never once stopped to think about what you were going to bring to the table or what was going to be required of you as a wife. And look, I hate to bring up the guy Kevin Samuels, but he has a good point when it comes to this. A lot of women aren't taught how to be wives anymore. They don't know what comes with that. You want to be a housewife. You wanted this picture perfect relationship. You wanted your husband to marry you after a year, give you the nice house, do everything right and on time. We're going to have kids. We're about to do all this shit together. You wanted it in order. You got it and then didn't understand all the stresses that came with it. And it's probably not all your fault, but the problem is that we got to start discussing this because I don't think women understand what men go through when we have these types of issues. You know, men feel unwanted as well. You know what I'm saying? Men have their feelings hurt as well. If he has a high sex drive or you have a low sex drive, even if he's understanding, it's going to make him feel like he's the one in the relationship that is doing something wrong simply because he wants to be with his wife. Like, and it's crazy for women to understand how that's how we process the world, but it is like that's a big thing for men. That's just like I said. I just feel like we got to start talking about this, and this rosy red shit that society paints is a bad idea and it leads to bad outcomes. And people don't understand what they are manifesting when they decide that they want to make these decisions and make these types of things, these situations come to pass. What you think, Shan? After you heard some more.
Okay, so look. I'm a woman. I'm guilty of this. I'm gonna be quite honest. It's because of how we are raised. I watched my mom be with somebody for 10 years. He never married her. I watched my cousin be with somebody for 15, 16 years. Engaged for 6 years. He never married her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're looking from the outside in instead of really sitting and thinking about what we are asking for. Marriage is not just a piece of paper. With marriage comes more responsibility than before. Of course, when you're in a relationship, you're really obligated to do the duties of a wife. Now,
hey, but
most of us women, and I'm going to say this, most of us men, the men, sorry.
Let me stop you real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt, but let me stop you because I think, and it's my fault because I went off on this tangent too. He made a good point. This ain't even about marriage. This is about monogamy. You know what I'm saying? Because before we even get, and I made the same mistake because as you was talking, I realized he said this, that it's not even about marriage. In a regular girlfriend, boyfriend, you say when we get together, hey, I want you to only have sex with me. We got to be exclusive now. Okay. But is your body open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Because that's how I'm fucking these days. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? So I think even before we even get to the marriage part, can we talk about monogamy culture in general and what that means to relationships? And is that, and what are the rules? Like, I guess like you kind of alluded to this earlier. A lot of it is about communication and then setting boundaries and seeing and literally like negotiating, because that's all a relationship is. It's a negotiation. Negotiating what you want to do, what you're willing to take, what you're willing not to take, what that person's willing to do, what they're willing not to do, all of that. You got to negotiate and discuss all of that. But if you fall short, you know what I'm saying? Do we get to renegotiate? Are these things off the table? Should they not be so taboo? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What you think? I mean, you're a woman. Come on.
I feel like, you know, if either or is lagging in some departments, you know, you do, like I said, communication. Nobody's a mind reader. Nobody's going to know what somebody else is feeling unless it's addressed. If you never address the situation and say, hey, let's sit down and talk about this. Like, I feel like, you know, since we've been in this relationship, shit was good in the beginning. I feel like, you know, we've been a little too busy. We ain't having sex like that, you know, and we used to have sex all the time. You know, I want to get that back. If we never have this conversation, sometimes the other person don't know where they're lagging at. They feel like they're doing an okay job because you're not saying, hey, this is what I want. This is what you're not doing. You know, can we pick it up a little bit? This is what I need, you know? So that conversation needs to be had, especially if you're being monogamous. If you're being with one person, spice it up. Like, people are scared to talk about spicing stuff up in the bedroom. Like,
but it's spicing up.
Different things you can do.
So
if somebody's not getting something from somebody.
Now she goes on and hold on, let me play this last part because I think it's important because she gives her reasons why, and I think these are great reasons and realistic. They're realistic, so I think we should talk about it real quick. Hold on. And this is the last time I'll stop, guys. I'm gonna let it play through. I think we got like a minute left. Check this out.
Opinion about it.
Sounds like pressure to me. So you say you want to be engaged, I get engaged. You say you want to be married within a year, we do that. We get married, then you make it seem like sex is a chore to your husband. Once again, I ask the question, why do women who push forth monogamy on the man they're dating then get overwhelmed when that man who tries to provide that monogamy to you, why do you get upset when we're trying to be what you want us to be? You don't want me to be with no one else, right? Right? I'm asking. This is a serious question.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't want me to be with no one else.
Absolutely.
So if I decide that all this testosterone I have, I want to give to you, why is this so overwhelming now? This is what you asked for.
Again, 26 and 27-year-old Kadeen was like, okay, here's the natural succession of life. You graduate, you're working, you meet somebody, you guys are dating. You want children.
Yes.
I want children.
Yes.
We don't want to wait too long or too late to have children.
Yes.
Though now a lot of people are waiting until their 30s to have children.
And I understand why.
And we at that time felt like, well, we're doing everything in this natural succession that the forces that be have given us this timeline. However, I did not realize that after having children, after, career changes, all of the turbulences that we've been through in life, that was going to have a direct effect on my sex drive.
My bad. That's the name of the podcast, Dead Ass, I think, with K and D. So I didn't watch the whole video to the end. My bad. So Dead Ass with the Dead Ass podcast, K and D. I want to make sure we give credit. But anyway, yeah. So speaking of what she had to say, I get it. Now, and let's not, and I don't want to get this misconstrued because I'm not one of those guys. You got to give guys sex so they can cheat on. I'm not that guy. I'm saying that, like, he has a point. She has a point too. Like, there are things that happen in the marriage. You're gonna have children. Maybe she doesn't feel as sexy. Maybe it was a rough pregnancy. Maybe she didn't. That's maybe half of the pregnancy y'all couldn't have sex. Maybe after the pregnancy she's dealing with postpartum. These are real issues that can affect someone's sex drive, affect your entire relationship, affect your whole damn marriage. Sometimes marriages don't survive any of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and it doesn't sound like he's being inconsiderate. It just sounds like he's very frustrated because he did everything he was supposed to do, and he's the one that didn't get what they wanted out the deal. That's what it sounds like to me. Like I gave you the wedding. I did all of this. I'm not cheating. I'm trying to do what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? And I feel that you went through all of this, but this was what you designed. This is the house you built. We here because you decided this is what we were supposed to be doing. So, I don't know. What you think, Shane, after hearing the rest of it?
Well, like she said, 26 to 30 something is, you grow. And look, let me tell you something. I'm only 34. I be sleepy at 9 o'clock. So if you not hitting me before 9,
and you only getting 15 minutes.
Hey.
Don't be trying to have 2 hours sex like we 20.
So I know not.
And look, don't let me eat too much because if I get full, I ain't gonna want to turn on. Hey, facts.
Period. Like we work all the time. Look, it depends on what the relationship is and what you're doing in your relationship. If you have two people that are constantly always on the go, never get time to rest, never get time for themselves, because they trying to build their empire, you're gonna have some times where you're lagging because one might be tired and one might not be tired.
Well, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like it plays off of just let me know. Like,
I think you're right, and I think you're seeing it from your perspective, and I agree with you. I think that first of all, I think he used his whole podcast to charge up his wife. He had to get this shit off his chest, first of all. And second of all, I feel like he's really frustrated and he doesn't know what to do anymore. Because it don't sound like this the first time they had this conversation. You know what I'm saying? So he frustrated. He apparently ain't getting pussy the way he wants to. So that's a whole nother level of frustration. And it seems like his wife doesn't know how to answer the question or to remedy the situation, because I think that a lot of times in these situations it's not as simple as saying, okay, we're going to have sex more, especially if her sex drive isn't there. You know what I'm saying? And nobody, and this is really what he's saying, even if you do it, it doesn't matter, because if you make it feel like it's a chore, neither one of us is going to be happy. No man and no healthy, psychologically healthy man or woman wants to feel like their sex with somebody is a chore or you're being made to do it. That's a very low way for your husband to feel about you. You know what I'm saying? The guy that should never feel that way about you. So, I think he's not hurt and frustrated, and I don't know if she knows how to remedy the situation. Hopefully they figure it out. She get that nigga some ass, or maybe they get a girlfriend or some shit. But I don't know. All right, so we will spit all night on this one. You got anything to say before we move to the next one?
I'm gonna pray for them.
Okay, bet. All right, let me pull up the next one. All right, so we got some good stories. So I wanted to get into these because, yeah, we got some fire tonight. All right. All right, well, nah, that one's whack. I don't want to do that one. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. All right, so I, a 28-year-old male, fell hard for a girl who's a 31-year-old female. I met on Tinder who couldn't meet because of the pandemic. I met her on Saturday, and despite having a perfect personality, she misrepresented her pics by 100 pounds in 5 years. I'm truly torn because I really like her personality. All right, let's get into it. I don't want to bore you guys, so I'll keep this short. We matched about 8 months ago. Conversation was amazing from day one. We both agreed we couldn't meet until us both, our respective families, friends, associates, etc., were out of the woods with COVID. We did talk on FaceTime, and while she has a very pretty face, I could tell she had cherry-picked her Tinder photos to get the best shots. Not too big of a deal because I figured it was common. I got no hint of her body from FaceTime. We both agreed that July 4th weekend would be when we'd meet. She doesn't even look remotely like her pics. Her face is like what I saw on FaceTime, but she looks so much older in person. She's also very overweight. In her Tinder pics, she's thick, quote unquote, but she's doing things like horseback riding, ATVs, camping, hiking, etc. The past weekend, she was so heavy, she had a hard time getting up the stairs to my apartment. We still spent the whole weekend together and we're intimate, no sex, and spending some time around her was a joy. She is so funny and clever that I could just listen to her talk for hours. But now with the day separation, I can't help but feeling like she lied to me, but then self-doubt creeps and maybe I'm just being shallow and she's still the great person underneath. I truly don't know what to do here. Any thoughts? Woo! All right, so on this one, fam, this is my man advice. I would say this: if you really like her personality and she's great as a person as you say she is, then why not just broach the topic with her? Now, my strategy and the strategy I give guys that have this situation is, hey, tell her it's a health conversation. Don't come at your potential girlfriend or woman you like and say you a fat bitch. That shit is never gonna go over well. What you say is, hey, baby, I like you. I really think we could go far, but, I didn't know you look like this in person, and I think that we should start looking at your health. I just want you to be healthy. I want you to take care of yourself, and I just don't think this is the kind of person that you want to be, and I'm just concerned about it. Can we work on it? And give her a chance to work on it. And then maybe, in 6 to 10 months, you got a bad bitch that you actually like her personality. You know what I'm saying? Because, she, 100 pounds is a lot. But let's say you exaggerating. She went from thick to, a little too thick. We just got to back up a little bit. We was right where we needed to be. We just got to back up a little bit. We just got to get you to the point where you can go up the stairs without passing out. That's all we got to do, baby. All right, Shandon, what you think, man? Hold on. My computer tripping. All right, what you think? Look.
I don't know.
You think he should stay with her, give her some slim fast?
I feel like he's over-exaggerating.
Okay.
I feel like he's over-exaggerating. But she should have given him updated pictures, And what men need to realize is women's bodies go through a lot of things. We have, fibroids that can make us gain weight really fast. We have a lot of things that go on with our bodies that can make us gain weight. Underlying issues that we probably don't even know about. You get what I'm saying?
True.
It's the difference between eating too much and having problems with your body that you don't know about. Now, if he likes her personality, guess what? Personality is everything. He could help her get to the person that he thought she was look-wise, but personality-wise, she's there. And if they do it together, that's going to inspire her even more because it's not like, oh, he's pushing me to do this because he thinks I'm fat. No, he want to do it with me because he want to see me healthy. You can't just tell a woman that you need to lose weight and don't want to assist in the losing of the weight. Make her make her feel beautiful, make her want to be healthy, not just for you, but for herself.
No, I agree. Like, that's the trick, man. Look, Shan ain't calling it a trick, but that's what I'm calling it. That's the trick, fam. You gotta make it seem like you just want her to live longer. That's it, Look, and this is the thing. I think that women do that. Take a bunch of pictures with shit that they have no intentions of ever done. She probably never rode a horse in her fucking life. Probably never went camping in her life. Did all that shit for just the gram, and you got finesse, fam. But it's okay if you like her personality. Like I said, that's way more important than a body. You can work on. Look, it's 2021. If you got enough money, you can buy buy this bitch a whole new body. She can be a whole new woman in 90 days, fam. And you will be happy. So look, if you got personality, bro, that's harder to find in a nice body these days. So stick with it. All right, so that was a cool one. All right, so let's see what else we got. Let me see. What is up with my mouse acting retarded? It's just a bad computer day, man. Before the show, I had to clean out my storage. It wouldn't let me go live. And, then we had the mixer with the screen I wanted to play videos. Now my mouse is tripping. It's just not the computer day. But you know what happened? I updated my streaming app before the show. And every single time I do that shit, everything goes left. And I knew it before I did it. And I still did it anyway because I couldn't help but have a new shit. Anyway, okay, let's see. All right, now this is one of my favorite types of situations, and I got one thing I want to say about this, but we're going to get to the story. So look, I'm a 27-year-old male, and my best friend, a 27-year-old male, is cheating on his wife. We all went to college together. My girlfriend and I were together since high school and came to the same college together. We got married 2 years ago and they got married shortly after us. I think they always planned to, but ended up doing it sooner because they were expecting. Their daughter is almost 2 and she is about 7 or 8 months pregnant with baby number 2. We went for drinks after work and I was telling him how stressful everything at work is with all my projects and deadlines. He said every now and then a brother needs a little release. It told me that about this woman from work he had been seeing for about 2 months. I think the disapproval was all over my face because he immediately started defending himself and saying that she's just some ass to him because he and his wife are not having sex right now because she's very pregnant. He mentioned earlier on that she was having a difficult pregnancy as well and always sick. Not saying that's a good reason for him cheating. There is no good reason, just putting all the facts out there. I didn't say anything because I try not to get in other married folks' business, but then he suggested that I should try it too. Oh shit. Look, if you gonna cheat, you can't be the spokesperson for cheating. You can't be signing niggas. That's not what you're supposed to do. I should try it too. And I said, man, do I look like an idiot or a man that wants a divorce? Nah, bro. You and your philandering ass can go down alone. No one says that in real life. You didn't say that in real life. But okay. All right. After that, he started laughing. And we started laughing and we talked about other shit. We went on our separate ways, and I thought about it the entire 45-minute drive home. She's a good friend of ours, but she's already in a super vulnerable position and emotional. I don't know if that's the kind of news she would want to hear right now. I swore her to secrecy before I consulted with her, but my wife thinks I should tell her. I don't know what is the right move here. Keep my mouth shut or tell her and probably nuke at least 2 relationships in the process. Fam, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the advice I give everybody when it comes to situations like this. It's not your business. I'm sorry. I am all for cheaters not cheating and guys not doing that, women not doing it 110%. But what you should not do is butt into someone's relationship. There are children involved. They've been together for a long time. They have a family. They probably got a mortgage. All kind of shit that if you drop this information can destroy all of that. It is not your place to go ruining someone's relationship. I know that you think that you were friends with this woman, but the problem is that you are not close enough to be ruining her. If you're not her daddy, her mama, her sister, this ain't your business, fam. You are couple friends. Anything you do here is messy and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. If he gets caught on his own and ruins his family, that's one thing. But for you to have to walk around with that, that's a whole other thing. I just don't think it's a good idea. Now, Shan, you might have a completely different idea of what you think with this one, but I'm sorry. I tell people to stay out of it because it's just not your place to be fucking up someone's whole marriage. And you may be the reason why his kids grow up without a daddy. Like, it's some real consequences to that shit that ain't your business. That's all I'm saying. What you think, Shan?
Okay, so I see your side of it. You know, a whole marriage, a whole family could be ruined, all of this other stuff. I see your side, and this is where the other person messed up at. They shouldn't have shared the information with their spouse.
Hey,
if
facts.
you're having a conversation with somebody, it shouldn't have went home. You don't pillow talk other people's information, and that's the problem. That's the problem with people. We pillow talk too much and tell other people's business that we shouldn't even be telling, because now your spouse is giving you a guilty conscience on what you should do. You shouldn't have ever said nothing. Number 2, you should have just told the person that told you what they were doing that you didn't want to be involved. You don't want to hear it. You don't care because you're going to feel some type of way because you think it's wrong. You should have said that. As far as oh God, he needs to mind his business. because this is what could happen. He could tell the person, and guess what? They probably will be together because they are married, because they have children, because they have that security blanket, because they are doing it together. Who wants to separate their children from the other parent if they don't have to? It's a hard thing to do, so just mind your business.
Facts. And I've seen situations like this where the person that tells so I've seen situations where, let's say this exact same situation happened and the guy tells the man's wife. I've seen a situation where the wife or the girlfriend gets mad at the person that told them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now, not only did the person that you made mad, that you snitched on, they mad at you, but the person that you told is mad at you because they might have not even wanted to know. You know what I'm saying? You're making a lot of assumptions about some shit that ain't got nothing. You don't know what's going on in that man's house. Now, I would 100% be okay if you wanted to call him up and be like, hey, bro, I thought about what you told me last night, man. Maybe you should think about either telling your wife or at least stopping because this ain't cool. Like, draw your line in the sand. That's something I can respect. Like, you know, as a man, I feel like I got to do something. Just, you know, give them your honest opinion. That's cool. Other than that, you tripping. And again, I just seen women get mad at the person who told. Like, man, I ain't asked you to do that. You messing up my house. Who knows? And then this woman is already having a rough pregnancy. What if you tell and because of the stress of this situation, she lose the baby? And she mad at you because you told her and she lost her baby. You know, like anything can happen. Stay out of it. But I don't know, Shan. You got anything else to add?
Yeah, just mind your business. Like, I would tell the person, like, you know, I don't want to know nothing else that you do in your private life when it comes to you and your sexual endeavors, because I don't want to know, because I'm friends to both of you. Now, I have morals, and my morals are my morals, and yours are yours. If you want to go ahead and do whatever you want to do, that's on you. Don't involve me in it, period. I don't be a part of it.
Facts. All right, so let's see what else we got. Facts, don't tell. Look, man, don't tell me nothing. I don't want none of this shit. And then we couple friends, so I gotta be around y'all? Oh, hell nah. Don't put me in none of that. Because then if it do come out, then she gonna wonder about who knew. And now you a nigga that, look, man, don't put me in there. I feel you. All right, so let's see. Now this one is a more serious tone. So yeah, and I may try to switch some of the words around. So if I'm reading it sound like I can't read, it's not that. I'm trying to switch some of the words around because I'm trying to make it more advertiser friendly, or so that we won't get dinged by YouTube, because this story is one of those ones that may have some stuff in it that could get us in trouble. So I'm gonna try to dance around this for you guys. All right, so weird/bad feeling about sister's boyfriend. This is my first time posting, but I feel like I just need some advice/support from others, especially moms, about a current situation I'm having with my sister's boyfriend. And I apologize, this will be a long post. Well, a few months ago, my sister started dating this guy. They met online, in a few days of meeting each other, she decided to introduce him to us. I was whatever about the situation because she's an adult. She's 25. But I don't know. Honestly, nothing really impressed me about him, and I kind of got a bad feeling about him. But just went along being nice because she's so into him. So a few days after meeting him, I found out he took a picture of my daughter's picture and sends it to his family and friends out of state. That's a little weird. My parents have pictures of my kids hanging in their house, and my sister lives at home. I thought that this was weird. I did feel uncomfortable about it, but I didn't say anything. Then a week later, he comes by the house again. I live across the street from my parents, so I'm over there a lot. And he's waiting for my sister to get ready. And my daughter, who's one, starts babbling. And she's sticking her tongue in and out. And he says, oh, wow, it looks like she can do really good things with her tongue. Yeah, shit's getting weird. I said, excuse me? What the fuck did you just say? And he was like, oh, I should check on your sister, and goes to her room. I immediately called my husband and told him my husband told me to get the kids and go back home. So she's still dating him, but every time he's around my kids, he says things that I feel is inappropriate. He's always trying to be around my kids. He always tells my son, who's 3, how much he loves him, and is asking my son if he wants to come to his house. Then he's always trying to hold my daughter and talks about how beautiful she is. He always keeps asking if he can take my kids out, and he will ask my kids, how much do you like me? I would never have my kids alone with him or my sister at this point, and I feel like I'm constantly around him to make sure he's not saying or doing anything inappropriate with my children. It has been extremely stressful. My sister thinks this behavior is cute, and my sister can do no and he can do no wrong in my parents' eyes. And they said that I have to be happy because she's finally found someone she likes. Ever since I met him, he's given me a bad feeling that I can't seem to shake off. My children's safety is my priority at this point. My husband is on the same page as me, and he's overprotective of our kids as well. We are moving an hour away from family soon, and he thinks the distance will be good. Like we will have more control, and he won't see our children as much. I'm not sure what to do if I'm crazy, but my mom vibes definitely feel like something is off with him. So sorry for the blog post, but I appreciate that. Look, this is the thing I tell people when it comes to situations like this. If you even have the inclination that someone that your child is around is unsafe and may do harm to your child in any way, you have every right to overreact. Now, I'm not saying you punch the guy in the face because then you go to jail and he get to keep doing whatever the weird shit he doing. But what I am saying is you need to get your kids out of that situation as soon as possible. There's no such thing as overreacting in these situations because there's too many times where people underreact. So I'm glad that you've been watching him, but I wouldn't even give him the opportunity, the time, the space, the ability, in the same room. Say, like, hey, fam, if he over there, my kid's not coming. If my kid's over there when he show up, then they can't come over there no more. Like, you got to draw some lines in the sand because you feel that strongly about your kid's safety. You ain't mishear him say that shit about your daughter's mouth. A nigga ain't, and this is the other thing. There's no such thing as a straight male, or not even straight. There's no such thing as a mentally healthy male in a productive relationship with another person that is going to ask a stranger, because you are a stranger, to watch their kids or go around telling their kids who they barely know that they love them. That's weirdo shit. So if you start seeing weirdo shit, nip it in the bud and get away from it now, because you don't want it to escalate. Then you got to deal with fucking 30 years, 40 years, however long your kids is around, of them, or you around your kids, of them dealing with trauma because you let fucking Uncle Larry stick his finger somewhere he wasn't supposed to. I'm just saying. Happens every day. Don't get caught slipping. That's all I'm gonna say. Shan, what you think, man? You a mother? You what you think?
You gotta go with your gut. I don't understand why people question their gut. Your gut is telling you something for a reason. Go with it. If you feel like it's weird and it's involving your kids, it's weird, and you need to address it and get your kids out of that situation. But before it becomes something that you can't handle at that point. If you feel like this person is inappropriate, okay, you're inappropriate. I don't want you around my kids. Period. That's it. That's all. I said, no, yeah. Go with your gut. I don't understand why we do the but what if I'm wrong? But what if my gut is wrong? Your gut is not wrong. You need to not and just keep it moving at this point.
And it ain't even worth, like, Uncle whatever the fuck ain't important enough for y'all to be trying to keep a relationship anyway. Like, he ain't blood related to him. They don't need to hang out with him. It ain't like grandpa. Baby, we could be wrong about grandpa and we keep away from, man, who the fuck is this nigga? He don't need to be around my kids ever. So no, I agree. Get out of that situation. It's not worth it. I feel like in these situations, I hate feeling like we're talking about shit that should be obvious, but I get it. Sometimes people just need to hear it from somebody else that, hey, is this weird? Yes, it is fucking weird. Your husband told you, you know it is. Deep down your gut telling you, like Chan said, get the fuck out of there. All right. So we got another one. Now, this one's funny. We got to lighten it up because that one was kind of dark. But, all right, so let's see. My 24-year female, let me see. I'm a 24-year-old female. My best friend, a 24-year-old female, asked a guy to have a threesome without telling her boyfriend first. What is wrong with people? Y'all, some people just don't need to be in relationships. All right, so just to make sure everybody understand now, these names and the words is going to, not names and words, these names is kind of weird, so I don't want y'all to get confused. So what's happening is, before I tell you the story, this girl is saying that her friend, who is another female, is dating another guy who they're friends with as well. And she asked another person to have a threesome with her and her boyfriend. This is the story. My best friend, Katie, who's a 24-year-old female, has been together with her boyfriend, James, a 25-year-old male, for about 5 years now. Katie texted me recently saying that she loves James, but she isn't feeling sexually satisfied with her relationship and that she wants to explore her sexuality a bit more. I encouraged her to talk with James about this and see if he would be interested in bringing a third party, a female, into the bedroom. She told me that he seemed to be open to it, but wanted some time to think about it. So here's where it gets messy. Katie texted me again and said that she had reached out to someone from college, someone they both know, and asked him if he would be interested in the threesome. If James was open to it, she said that she is, and in a threesome if James was open to it. She said that she has always wanted to have sex with this other guy and figured that the sexual tension was still there between them. Of course, he agreed as long as James was okay with it, but he didn't want to cause any problems in their relationship. So I told my boyfriend, Nick, about the situation, and now he wants to tell James that Katie reached out to another guy before consulting him about it. How can we do this without Katie being mad that I told Nick? Is this considered cheating? James and Nick don't really talk about their relationship, so we are not sure how to go about this. She has been my best friend since we were kids, and I don't want to lose our friendship over this, but I also feel morally wrong for knowing that she reached out to another person without James knowing. Okay, well, calling it cheating is a bit of a stretch. And if you jump in at this point, you are way out of your depth because it is not your business to be good. Like we said last time, this is damn sure not your business because it's not even cheating. What she did was a violation of their relationship, but asking a guy if he would be open to a threesome, I don't think that's cheating, especially because she's planning a threesome. Now, is it weird? Of course. Is it wrong? Of course. When she talked to her boyfriend, she only talked about having a threesome with a woman, not a whole nother man. And so besides the end, all the goddamn issues he's going to have with that, have you thought about how he's going to feel when he finds out that you went to go holler at not just any man, but a man that you've been wanting to fuck? You asking a lot from this dude who does not seem like this was on his agenda. So I think that's a stretch. But yeah, definitely don't jump into this one. It's way too early. It's not your business. And I'm pretty sure she's going to talk to him about it because why the hell would she ask for a threesome with the dude and then not tell the other guy that she has to have involved in the threesome? So honestly, now that I think about it and talk about it, you just nosy. You need to mind your goddamn business because really, this is... You tripping. I mean, yeah, it's a violation, but that's for him to get mad about. This is damn sure not your place for you to be getting mad about. That's messy as hell. I'm sorry. I can't agree to that at all. Matter of fact, you weird for even writing this shit now that I think about it. Because she ain't even did nothing yet. I don't know, Shannon. Am I tripping? Or is that a little weird?
No. She needs to mind her business and keep it moving. Everything is not for you to meddle in. If the person already had a conversation with their significant other saying that, hey, I want to have a threesome, would you think about it? You know, she's just getting prepped. She's prepping herself. Okay, I need to figure out if they do agree, who are we going to have this threesome with? Then I can sit down and got my ducks in a row. Hey, babe, you know that conversation we had about threesome? Well, I know somebody that wants to have a threesome that will agree. And I know that you said you'll think about it, but I'm just letting you know that it's the table.
But is it now, do you agree that it's wrong for her to have done that?
No.
No, come on. Wait. Now that's wrong. That's a violation.
They already had this discussion.
First of all, she asked him if he would be open to a threesome with the female. Like not that she could go set up one with a whole nother man.
See, men and women are different.
What?
If
the tables was turned, he would be buried.
Man, number one.
Huh?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Thank you.
Because we be like, what are you doing? Like, first of all, how do you even know this person?
Because if you were your boyfriend,
know this person, where did you find them?
You gonna be mad. And then when he tell you, well, I've been wanting to fuck her for 10 years, and since you just gave me the okay, I'm trying to see if she'll let me fuck with you. Like, hell no. And especially if you ain't talked to me first, you jumping out the window. Wait a minute, you a little too excited. First of all, come here. Bring your ass here. What are you doing? Come here first. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would have personally been mad because, like, damn, bitch, I ain't even say if I was okay with it yet. You were already scheduling dates for us. I didn't even make it that far. I don't know. I think it's scary. I think he's gonna be offended. Hopefully she tell his ass, but I think he's gonna be offended.
Yeah, he gonna be offended as a dude. Don't know. I feel like
what girl would be more? A girl would be more offended.
Like, you don't know how that's supposed to go.
Yeah, I mean, even if it had been
as far as the partner, like,
oh yeah, that's totally different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a whole other. It's some other shit. Like, okay, first I got to get over the fact that you said you're not sexually satisfied. Cool. You want to open up our relationship. Cool. You said you want to do it with a girl. Okay, I can see some advantages. But now you bring Big Dick Larry here, the guy that you've been wanting to fuck for forever, and this is oh hell nah. He ain't even got prepped for this. Like he wasn't even thinking this was on the menu. You want me to do what now? That's a different conversation. That's a different ask. That's what I'm saying. Like that's a different conversation. And I feel like if it had been a woman, hell nah, a woman would not go for that. If you go talk to some girl you had a crush on, man, hell nah, that's the end of that shit. She don't dance on no black woman. I don't know about no other races, but I just know about black women. That shit ain't gonna go. I don't know, Shan, but you tell me, man. You say it's cool, I'm with you. Shan said she gonna set up wild threesomes, nigga. Fuck that shit.
Nah, she's wrong for that part. She's wrong.
All right, bet. All right, so look, we got one. What time is it? All right, we go. It ain't that damn funny. All right, so look, we got one more. Well, we're gonna do two more. We're gonna do this one, then we're gonna do one more. All right, so look. Let me see. Earl says that my dad. That's funny. All right, so let me just preface that I absolutely hate no problem interaction. Okay. So this is a good one. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter she cannot introduce her African American boyfriend to her grandparents? Here come that racist shit. I have absolutely no problem with interracial relationships. Now that the air is clear, let me continue. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Every time a white person goes out of their way to say they're not racist, they're usually a little racist. All right, so look, I swear to God, that's how that shit be. All right, my daughter Anna has recently started to date an African-American man, Jamal. Why his name had to be fucking Jamal? God damn it. All right, while I'm not... Why is he named Jamal? Like, that's every white person's worst dream. She gonna bring home the biggest dick black guy she can find named Jamal. Anyway, he played basketball too, I know it. Anyway, while I'm not exactly what you refer to as a liberal, he's a nice young man, and as long as my daughter is happy, I'm happy. Cool. The problem is Anna is rather naive about the community she lives in. While her friends are quite content to see a relationship like hers, more than a few tongues have been wagging in the community and a few people have privately expressed their concern to me. As I said, I have no problem with mixed relationships and I've set them straight, but I'm painfully aware of how these matters are viewed by certain segments of the population. See, this is the thing, bro, and I'm going to be interrupting this. This is the thing. You are probably a little racist and you don't know it. I'm going to tell you why. Because white people only feel comfortable having those conversations with other white people that they think are on the same shit they on. So when this other person and these other people around town are saying, hey, I saw your daughter with Big Dick Jamal, and you got to defend that shit, you got to check yourself and make them and think about what made them feel so comfortable that they could talk about Big Dick Jamal to you. That's a thing that we should discuss. And you need to check yourself about why they felt like that was a thing that we could talk about. All right, so my parents are planning to come and stay with us for a week, and Anna expressed a desire to introduce Jamal to them, and now things were going more serious between them. I told her on no uncertain terms that this wasn't going to happen. I may have no problem with Jamal, but they absolutely will. And even when the relationship ends, they won't forget it. They might even go as far as to cut her off entirely. Anna was extremely upset by this, and implied that I was a racist and more concerned with what my parents think than how she feels. As I said, I know my parents. They simply aren't okay with mixed relationships, and if Anna were to bring Jamal over, even as a friend, they would be furious at her and me. Anna is currently staying with Jamal and doesn't want to speak with me right now. My wife stands by me, given she knows very well how my parents are. They had a problem with her for months over the length of the skirt she wore when I introduced her to them, for Christ's sake. But a close friend I confided in told me that I behaved like an ass and that I needed to focus more on my daughter than pleasing my parents. Facts. So check this out. So you're telling your daughter who you're supposed to, you're okay. You're okay with mixed relationships. You're okay with your white daughter dating a black man. Great. Until your parents come around. Now it's an issue, and you are saying that when the relationship's in. So that's how I know you want some bullshit. Because how you know the relationship go in? What if they just get married? But no, this is your daughter having fun in your mind, because there's no way she could take this black man serious. I'm just reading in between the lines here. But let's say that's not what you meant. Let's move on. Your parents are coming into town and they will not accept Jamal. So why aren't you having a problem with them as well? This is not a conversation about whether your daughter should bring up. And this is the other thing. You're saying that that your parents will disown her, take her out of the will, even if Jamal is just a friend. So not only are they racist, they're not even like the fun kind of funny racists like the MAGA guys. These are real racist. And this is something that you are trying to defend almost like your daughter's the one in the wrong. No, your daughter's absolutely correct. She should be able to date any race that she feels like. Your problem is that you're trying to cater to your parents who happen to be the issue here. They're in the wrong. They should be the ones that are unwelcome in your house. They should be the ones that feel weird when they come over. They should be the ones that you set the line, you draw the line in the sand for and say, hey, look, if you can't be cool with my daughter dating whoever the fuck she loves, then you can't be here. But it sounds like you worried about getting cut out of that wheel as well. It sounds like you a little bit worried about mommy and daddy money too. You know what I'm saying? So, all that generational wealth and shit. You a little worried too. And that's okay. That's okay, but be honest about it. You don't want Jamal coming over because Jamal gonna fuck your plan up and your parents getting old, they about to die, and you want to just let this racist shit slide. No, I'm sorry. I think that you should back your daughter up. And if your parents can't get over the fact that their granddaughter loves a black man or is dating a black man, then they should not be allowed in your life or hers. Because this is the thing. Everybody has principles. Everybody has character. Everybody has integrity until it is time to display those characteristics. So you are a person of no integrity, no character. You have no sense of right and wrong, apparently, because if you did, then this would be a no-brainer for anybody with any type of character. For me, this is not a conversation about whether it's right and wrong. This is not a conversation about who I'm going to back up, but you're having a dilemma because you are in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And Martin Luther King had a quote about niggas in the middle like you. And y'all the worst ones because I'm not gonna go Martin Luther King on you niggas. I'm not gonna pull up the quote. I'm not going there. I'm not. But I'm just saying, fam, let little day, big day Jamal, man. It's cool, man. He played basketball. He gonna get signed to the NBA. Look, just tell him the check on the way, man. What you think, Shan? What you got?
I agree completely with what you said. I feel like he needs to be backing his daughter. First of all, who pays the bills at your house? Who pays the bills at your house? Who pays that electric bill? Who pays that water bill? Who? Like, I'm trying to understand. Why are you letting your parents dictate to you or however they feel, make you feel like your daughter can't be who she is? If you're raising your child right, you're raising your child to know that, you know what I'm saying, be who you are at all times, regardless. That's how I raise my kids. Be who you are at all times around anybody. Be who you are. Like your parents suck. I would have told Mammy to turn their ass right back around up that door with their potato salad with the raisins in it and shoo. Because my daughter gonna love who she loves. She gonna be with whoever she wanna be with at the end of the day. And I don't care about nothing you gotta say. Period. So Factory. That's how I feel. He's dead wrong. He should be backing his daughter. His parents ain't shit. He ain't shit. His daughter, hopefully she, sees her own way, finds her own way without their influence because they ain't shit, period.
And where y'all live at? Like, nigga, where y'all live at where it's still 1960? I'm sorry, not 1850 around this bitch. Like, who cares? Like, you must live in a real small goddamn town for this to make sense. Like you can't be in no major city with this type of energy because you got parents that sound like if they just see black people they get scared in general, nigga, like they don't live around no black people. But it's so funny his name is Jamal. That made my day. All right, we got one more. But yeah, man, your parents racist, fucking back up your daughter, bro. Like she's doing the right thing. Let's see. Oh, I got one more. Let's see. Let's end on a good note. Let's see if I can find something that's not too... Oh, that's boring. All right, give me 2 seconds, guys. I want to pull up at least one that's pretty good. I don't want to go out on a weak note. Let's see if I can find something real quick that's cool. Okay, cool. We could do this. I don't mind this one at all. All right, so this is kind of long. We'll work through it. All right, so look. My stepson... Am I the asshole for blowing up at my stepsister at her comments about my lost weight? All right. My stepsister is a 20-year-old female and I'm a 24-year-old male. We have never gotten along. Her mom and my dad got married when we were 6 and 10, so we've known each other for a long time. In my stepmom's eyes, she could do no wrong, and anything bad that happened was pinned on me. My dad is a complete pushover, so he would always fall over to whatever my stepmom would say. When I was about 15, I started gaining weight. My girlfriend broke up with me, boohoo, high school romance. I started failing some of my classes and I quit baseball. I started to stress eat and ballooned up to 140 from 125 to 162 pounds. I guess at this point she decided she was cooler than I was and started mocking me and making fun of me, calling me names like fat ass and chubster. I would constantly go to my stepmom about it and she would tell me she's just teasing, so she's just so much younger. Why are you getting upset? I got pissed off to the point where I just started avoiding her and locking myself upstairs in my room with the bag of chips. At 22, I hit 270 pounds, and I knew I had gone too far. I was way past my weight limit and bordering on obese, so as a New Year's resolution, I decided to start losing weight. I cut out all junk food and started hitting the gym, and this time my stepsister started to overeat too. I don't really know why, but she gained over 30 pounds. She still was constantly belittling me about my weight, which admittedly was way over hers. By the end of this year, I lost 120 pounds. Hey, shout out to you for getting your shit together. I'ma stop. I know it's about some other shit, but can we talk about how that's positive and you got your shit together and you got your, hey man, that's positive, bro. All right, it felt amazing. My sister now weighed more than me. Good. Fuck that bitch. All right, over Christmas dinner, all the aunts and uncles and cousins were complimenting me on my weight loss, telling me how I looked so much better. My stepsister just sat there smoldering. Every time someone said something, she'd add, he's still pretty big though. Well, he didn't get rid of that face roundness. Maybe he lose a little weight around that gut. It was infuriating and I was getting angrier. Now here's where I might be the asshole. Finally, at the last little snide comment, look, you know you'll just put it all back on. Why do you even bother? I flipped out. I yelled, why can't you just be happy for me instead of getting on me for every little thing? She said back to me, defensive much? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your 200-pound feelings? Shots fired. I asked her. I probably should have stopped there, but I kept going. Calling me a fat ass. Look at your plate. You've eaten half the table, fatty. And you gotta understand, these are 25-year-old people. These aren't 10-year-olds. But anyway, fatty. She started crying and left the table. My mom screamed at me saying that just because I was insecure, I can't take it out on everyone. I said, oh, now you're talking. Not in the past 10 years of constant fatty and fat ass porker, blah, 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 insults. But you're older, she whined. Yeah, nigga, but y'all both adults now. She deserves everything she gets. I ain't got to read no more. She's wrong. But Shan, you go first. You tell me your opinion. I'm going to go after you.
Well, you can tell this is not a black conversation because it went a completely different way. I would have been like, bitch, let me tell you something. You know what's a black woman say, bitch, let me tell you something. Let me tell you about Elf over there eating up all the motherfucking cake. Or he nice. He was too nice for me. He was
yeah, he still was nice. Facts.
She would have been a bunch of fat bitches. He was too nice. The mother should shut up because she could have got it too. That's why I said this could not have been a black conversation.
No, I don't think it was.
Could not have been a black conversation because I'd have been like, look, you shut the fuck up. Right. Well, you shut the fuck up. You've been shutting up for the last 10 years. You can shut the fuck up now because what we're not gonna do is keep fucking talking about me when I done lost all this weight and she over there looking like Elmer Fudd fucking brother. Like, no.
Facts. No, I agree.
He was too nice.
He was too
wrong. He's not the asshole.
No, I don't think he's the asshole. I agree with you. Like I don't think he went overboard. Matter of fact, he probably should have did this shit 10 years ago, to be honest with you, even before he lost the weight. Fuck that. And shout out to bad parents, man. Like, what is up? And I keep seeing this a lot. I'll be running across these stepfather, stepsister, stepbrothers conversations, and it's really weird and how bad people are at being step parents or like handling that. Like, it seems like there's a lot of families that like where kids get hurt because people just become like, I don't know, like, are just inconsiderate about their stepson or stepdaughter or whatever that situation is. Like, it's hard on kids and it just seems like they just fuck it up every time. I don't know. But you got anything else?
Nope, that was it. He was too nice. He needs to get some black friends and sit around them at a dinner table and listen to them argue and then come back and do it again. That's
yeah. And don't let it go. That's what I'm saying. Like, keep letting her know that she fat. Like, you know, she gave you 10 years, you can give her 10 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, ruin that bitch self-esteem. Now playing. Don't stoop down to her level. You can do better. But yeah, man, just keep taking care of yourself. It ain't worth, you know, going back and forth with her. Don't invest in negative energy. That shit is just not good. But definitely stand up for yourself because you deserve better, 100%. And if your parents don't see that they are enabling her and making her a bad person and don't see what's going on here, then I would separate myself from them as well because they sound just as toxic as she is. But yeah, guys, so look. That's our show for the night. Matter of fact, let me get to some of these comments. I was doing something in the comments, man. He said, did you shout out bad parents? Yeah, I did. My bad. I did. My bad. All right, so look, man. Let's see. Yeah, we about to get out of here. So we appreciate y'all coming through tonight. We had a nice show. It was real clean. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Shan, you want to shout out? You could this man. Look, here we go. I'm gonna ask her again. Did you fix your social media so people can actually follow you?
I changed my name on Instagram.
Hey, let's do it. What is it?
Okay, it's official Shandell. That's it. Not the whole.
Okay. If you're on Instagram, it's
Shandell.
Official Shandell. Okay, so look, if you're on Instagram and you watching the live, my co-host Instagram is official. I'm sorry, I fucked it up. Official.Shandell, right? I fucked it up.
No, just official Shandell.
Oh, so there's no dot. Oh, okay, even better. Official Shandell, fam. So look, if you listen to the podcast, co-host is official Shandell on Instagram. I am Joe Stone on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, everything. So yeah, guys, follow the podcast everywhere. We appreciate you tuning in. It's been a dope night. We'll see you next time. I don't know when the next show is. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I don't fucking know. We'll see. But it's been great. We appreciate you. I'm Joe Stone. This is the Church of Joe Stone podcast, and we'll